Hello, I'm an INFJ, and I figured that I would post a video on YouTube for other people to view because some of the other people have done this on YouTube as well. Um, I feel a little bit weird talking on camera, but I think that's partly an INFJ thing too because of being such a strong introvert. um, I've been called weird my whole life, and people tend to call me weird on a normal basis, and it's just something that I've kind of accepted about myself. And I have to say that I love being an introvert because it allows me to be very personal with myself and really find out what's important to me, really try to focus all my emotions into myself and try to deal with things internally instead of externally. I have a twin sister, and it's very interesting because she's an INTJ and I'm an INFJ, and we're only separated by one difference as far as traits, and we get along very well. And I guess being twins, that's kind of the thing now. But I have my best friend is an ENFJ, and she's basically almost exactly like me, except she's extroverted and I'm introverted. So, one of the things that I think is important to me is little small significance of things, like little objects that mean something to me but could possibly not mean anything to anybody else. Um, there are times in music that it's just the one measure of music that makes everything significant. It's just that one point that it makes everything else significant. It just fills me with rushes of emotion and um, just ecstasy, I guess. And same thing with movies. There's times in movies that I just feel so emotionally overwhelmed and taken over by the character or the music combination or the just the different things in the story, the plot line, the imagery, the symbolism. It's just so beautiful that I just am overwhelmed with emotion. And I love that. That's what I live for. I live for those moments of pure emotional, overwhelming um, time. I'm an artist and a photographer, which I use all of my introverted traits and I guess all my introverted thoughts, all my introverted emotion to express things through my photography and through my painting and through my printmaking. Um, and I can find that I can work by myself on paintings or prints for hours and hours and hours and still be very content with myself and just being by myself, working through things, working in my processes. It's very relaxing. It's very comforting because I find when other people are involved that it complicates things and that I get exhausted if I'm around too many people, even if they're my close friends, if they're very extroverted and they're very um, over the top, very overwhelming. It's just I can't take it for very long. Um, I'm a very one-on-one person. I like to be around people because I feed off of people, but I don't actually like to be invested in people. If that sounds weird, I don't know, but um, I like to be in the city. I like to be around busy environments, but I like to be to myself in these environments. I don't like to be the center of attention at a party, but I do like to go to social gatherings. But I'm a very one-on-one person. I feel that groups of 1 to 3 people are perfect. Anything more than 3 is overwhelming to me. Um, I don't know. People have said that they don't really think that I'm an introvert because I'm so um, social, but um, I don't. I'm very to the point. I'm very honest. I'm very. If I don't really feel like I need to talk to you. If I my first impression of you is negative, then I will choose not to talk to you for reasons. Um, if if I sense things about you and I don't trust you, I just ignore you. I really will not acknowledge your presence. And I work at a photography studio, and is a lot of small talk involved, a lot of "Hi, how are you today?" and it kills me because I really am not interested in small talk. I'm really not interested in things that don't have significance. I know that those questions are um, just empty. They don't really have any purpose to conversation whatsoever, and so it's hard for me to socialize with people. It's hard for me to actually make friends because um, unless they have common interests and very strong common interests um, that I can relate with, that we have a common understanding on. Another interesting fact is that I have a lot of ENFP friends. A lot of my bosses that I've had in my life, I had my yearbook advisor was an ENFP, my current boss is an ENFP, and countless of my friends are ENFP. And while I feel very close to them, I feel very distant to them at the same time because it's so different than what I am. Sometimes I feel like they don't understand what I'm trying to say. They don't understand where I'm coming from, and that it's very frustrating to have conversations with them about very personal things. Um, it's just two separate ends, two opposite things. Something that's really weird about being an INFJ that I feel is very INFJ related is that I have very strong intuitions about things. I interpret a lot through my dreams. When I go to sleep, I can have dreams about things that will come true. I've dreamt of places that I've seen later in my life. Dreamt of houses and the way they look, the season it was in, the color, the family inside of the house, and then I'll find out this is all completely accurate. A little along the way. My sister's boyfriend, this is probably the kind of the strangest, most accurate thing that's happened, is that I saw him driving, and I saw him on the interstate, and I was sleeping, but I was kind of in the trance mode where you know that you're sleeping, but you can kind of control it. And I saw him coming on the highway, and I um, I saw him coming right by our house, and I saw him walk up to our door and open it. And then I woke up as soon as he arrived at our house, and I just woke up and I said, "Yeah, I saw you coming," and he was a little freaked out. But I also had this. It was part of the same dream. It was before all this happened. I had a dream about his. It turned out to be his grandma, and I dreamt of the trailer that she lived in. I dreamt of the curtains that were in her house, the patterns on their couch, and I also dreamt of this chihuahua that she had. And I just asked Jason, that's his name, Aaron's boyfriend. I asked him, um, "Does your grandma have a chihuahua?" And he said yes. And I said, "Is it white and is it fat?" And he said yes. And I said, does it hate you?" And he said yes. And I had no prior knowledge of any of this information, just interpreted through my dream. And I knew that his grandma had a blue pickup truck outside, and I knew that his grandma was shorter than most people. So, but I also had a dream that he was going to break down at a certain intersection out in Shawnee, and his car's broken down 2 times. And although it wasn't by that intersection, it was still pretty close to the fact that his car was breaking down. And I find that interesting because even though it wasn't exactly accurate, that it was still something that an insight gave me about his car breaking down. Um, so yeah, I don't know what else to say. I've watched a lot of these videos, but um, these are just my personal experiences as an INFJ, and I personally love being an INFJ because I feel that so many people don't understand this type, and so many people could be inspired by the way that we speak, the way that we interpret the world, and I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to be an INFJ.